Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Joyful Light Oracle. So you already see the cards that are laid out. This is a continuation. If you check out my page, Joyful Light Oracle on TikTok, there are some cards that I pulled speaking about confrontation or some type of opposition that you may be facing with this full moon energy in Scorpio. And of course, we see Scorpio came out right as I was trying to wrap up that video. So I'm just going to expound on that and see what messages you need to get to prepare you for whatever situation is occurring in your community. The community card came out, the home card. So when I say community, this is something that you're familiar with, something that you're close to, something that you've been working on for a while, investing some time and energy. And excuse me for the nasally sound right now. There's a bit of congestion that I'm working through, so just disregard. Just hopefully you can hear the message clear enough, okay? So just wanted you to see this, that there's some type of partnership, some type of dynamic that you may have a lot of passion towards or for, and there might be some confrontation or an opposition that you may be faced with. Basically, emotions may intensify during this season, right? During this transit. So if you're wanting to progress through this and have some success, it would be a good thing for you to kind of sit back and look at, like, reassess or look at what you are truly feeling or how you're feeling about the situation and figure out what is it you want as the end result, right? Move from that mind frame. Like, how do you want it to end? Excuse me. Or how do you want it to work out? Okay. How do you want to bring balance to a situation, right? When you're met with challenges in a dynamic. So I'm going to pull these up. I did want you to look at it real quick. For sure, the end result hopefully will be some type of clearing out and some type of balance with the Sun and the Libra energy that came out, right? Like a renewing energy, and then after the storm, the aftermath is like, okay, there's a sense of balance and there's a sense of calm and peace. Prayerfully, right? That's the hope. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull these out of the frame, reshuffle, and we'll go from there. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. Joyful Light Oracle here. I effort to connect with the Divine One to bring about messages, guided messages that are healing for your soul. I tend to lead with love, and I encourage my my community to do the same. Lead with love, okay? Honor your divinity as you honor the divinity of others, okay? At your best, whatever situation you're faced with, always try to lead with love and resolve peacefully, if at all possible, okay? So I'm gonna just shuffle these right here and we'll get into the message. Oops. I hope you're doing well. If you spent some time with your loved ones these past few days, I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I hope you got some R&R, some rest and rejuvenation. Even if you don't get into the holidays like that. I know everybody don't celebrate, the holidays, the traditional ones. So it's okay. I'm not advocating any holiday. I'm just saying, if you had that time off, I hope you spend it well with your family, that you got some rest, okay? You did some self-care at least. I ended up cooking today, and I actually cooked yesterday as well, which I've told my family that I'm retired from cooking, but I was inspired to cook today and yesterday. I was visiting with a friend up north recently, and we ate at this Thai restaurant, and oh my gosh, this meal that I got with coconut milk and tofu and just the edamame and just some peanuts, like, it was so good. So and roti, I forgot what the dish is called, but I attempted to recreate that and it came out pretty good. So that was self-care for me, right? Giving myself something that I desire. You don't always have to wait for someone to give you what you need. You give it to yourself, okay? So I'm just encouraging you to do so. If you find that the messages on this channel resonate with you, go ahead and subscribe and go ahead and hit the notification bell, okay? if you're led to do so. I appreciate the energetic exchange that we have. And I always hope to assist you to ascend, all right, to move in a space of love and light, and to go deeper within. Go deeper within so that you can rise higher. All right, Holy Spirit, Divine Guides, I call in the angels, our defenders, right? The archangels, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael. Thank you so much, Ariel. And those that are always around us, protecting and guiding us, that's bringing in the healing energy, that's interceding on our behalf. I thank you for surrounding me and my collective at this time, and supporting us in this endeavor as we seek to move closer within and to align ourselves to our highest potential. Yeah. Okay, so with this full moon in Scorpio, right, energy, what is approaching, or what opposition, what confrontation, what does the collective need to be aware of, and how are they to proceed or handle this? Okay, thank you for the focused message and the clarity that is coming forth at this time. Thank you. All right. I did a live today on my TikTok, and the focus was change and balance, right? A change that's coming in to bring balance, okay? And a much needed balance, and the change definitely always starts within, guys, okay? Oops. It always starts within. Notice the change is to move you forward. The North Node is here, so it's not a sense of like going backwards. It's a change that is to spearhead you forward, okay, in the right direction. I just want to push these all the way up so you can see. There's some clarity that is going to come in, okay? Something that has been hidden that you may not know about, and who you're working with or how you're working with people. That's alliance. All right. What is with the change? Let's look at the change. Let's look at the change. Oops. It could be a change in your resources. Could be a change in how you are using your resources, okay? Where things will work better together, okay? So something is going to be changing where, like, how you're utilizing your resources. There's going to be like a seamless energy, like where things will flow a lot better. So maybe the flow, okay, and this will impact your home, okay? Maybe the flow of resources is going to change. That could be your income, that could be your job, that could be someone actually aiding you, assisting you, where you will have a lighter load possibly. I'm looking at the change, and I just want to see if everything is in the frame. It is, okay. All right, what else we need to know about this change? Anything else? Okay, it's gonna be different from the past, okay? Just trying to wipe something off here. It's gonna be different from the past. I got some smudges on my thing, probably from my sage. Okay. Maybe the way you used to spend or invest your money is changing. This is the alliance, right? Something coming together. I won't take it out. I just wanted to look at it. All right. What else about change that we need to know? Partnership. Okay. There's the partnership. something or someone you were partnered with from the past, that's changing, okay? This is Mars. Came out in the reverse though, but I usually read these upright, so I'm going to fix it upright. Some actions that you're going to take towards a partnership. Or it could be that you're not going to be investing in a certain partnership anymore, like how you used to invest in it in the past. That could present as a problem for whomever you were investing in if you all of a sudden just stop investing in the situation. We have 2 fire elements out here that's very strong. Aries and the Mars card is here. This says act and this says motion, okay? So change, like this is supported, like this is like you're encouraged to, like right now with this transit, you're encouraged to make these changes at this junction, okay? So that it's almost like jumping on a wave, okay? Like let's say oh, I'm seeing it in my mind, like something circular is coming around, right? And you're on a pedestal or you're on some type of platform, and it's like you have to catch the right wave. You have to catch the correct wave to get you to either elevate or to come up higher, almost like an elevator. So if you don't get off on the right floor, it's like you're missing the mark, you're missing the date. So pay attention to dates, any dates that are coming up. Make sure whatever appointments you have coming up that you're paying attention to the dates. Mark them on the calendar. Remind yourself, put it in your phone so that you don't miss whatever engagement that is going to be approaching. This engagement might be very important. It could be the alliance that you need to help spearhead you to the next, whatever the next is, okay? All right, we have 11th house, your community, and we have solar calm. All right, so the purpose of the actions that you're going to be taking, all right, during this season is to bring about a sense of community and calm in your immediate environment, okay? It could be your home. Could be a lot of activity going on right now. And so there's going to be a sense of like things either calming down, or wherever you move to, wherever you transition to, however you start investing your time and your energy and your efforts, it's going to bring about a sense of calm and a sense of like community, right? Closeness even. We'll get one more and then I'll look at the center here. Thank you. 3rd house, communication. So where you be able to communicate with more ease, right? Where the communication will flow better, okay? Where whatever you say, whatever you communicate is going to be like received and digested and understood, right? Also pay attention to the communication that's happening right now within your community. Make sure you're listening carefully, right? Make sure you're listening carefully and make sure you're taking the necessary steps you need to take with that information that you're given, okay? Whether it's around resources, whether it's a job offer, whether it's a promotion, whether it's an investment. Read the fine lines, right? I'm looking at that Virgo card we just saw that said digest, like analyze, like dissect it. Make sure you glean everything you need to glean from that, right? Before you either communicate, before you respond, before you sign on the dotted line, okay? But definitely you're being called to take action at this time with Aries and Mars, okay? Fire sign, that is Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries, right? Doesn't have to be predominantly, but that's what's supporting you at this time. Let's look at the Vesta. Vesta speaks about what's at the heart of the matter. Like when you go within, when you isolate yourself, you're in your solitude, you're communing with yourself, your higher self, you're gaining that insight. This is the place of like your temple, right? Where you go and pray. This is where your faith is at. This is where your beliefs stem from, right? The things that you hold as valuable, right? The things that are near and dear to you, right? This is what this is talking about. The fire that is within that burns, you know, like your passions, you know, what is it that motivates you? What is it that leads you to do what you do, right? What is your drive? What is at the heart of the matter? Okay, what is at the heart? This one wants to come out. The need to look at something. Okay, remember I said about Virgo energy dissecting, analyzing, reviewing something. So there's something that needs to be reviewed. Okay, we're listening. All right, there's something that needs to be reviewed, and it's almost like how you show up, how you are showing up, right? How are you approaching a situation, right? Look at that. Like, how have you shown up in the past? What actions have you taken in the past towards a specific situation, right? That you hold near and dear to your heart, that is familiar to you, that is within your community, possibly your home or just your immediate like neighborhood, or it could be just your family dynamic. How are you showing up, right? Leo is another energy of just that fire that is very outspoken, that is very boisterous, could be noisy also, right? Like, where's all the noise coming from? Where's all of the argument? Could be arguments. I don't know if there's any okay, yeah, I just split the deck, so there's tension, right? What's at the heart of this? What's causing the tensions? What's causing the clash, right? What's causing the clash in the messages, where the messages are not being conveyed correctly? Why aren't they getting it? Why aren't you getting it? Like, what's happening in your mix to cause some type of tension in a situation? It could be how you present, or how someone is presenting the information with the Leo energy here. That's very, again, outspoken, very loud, someone wanting to be heard, wanting to be seen, okay? So there needs to be balance, or balance will be coming in with that, okay? Or a sense of fairness, okay? Being fair in a situation, okay? So maybe someone doesn't feel as though something was done or handled correctly. When you look back at it, you have to make that determination. I'm just noticing the feathers here. Maybe you're into feathers. But the scales here for Libran energy is that things gonna be set right, or have to be set right if you're wanting to move forward, right? You got to put things in its proper order, or its proper perspective, in order for things to be sustained, right? If you're wanting it to sustain. Remember I said how you show up, like, make sure you look at the situation first before you respond. Like, what is the outcome that you're wanting to see and experience, and then you take those necessary steps that will align with your desired outcome, okay? What else do we need to know about this? Can you get it up? Thank you. The root. Again, I look at this as a sense of community or family, right? I don't know what this word means. Coley. I could look it up real quick. Why not, right? Again, how you communicate, how you convey messages, okay? Or what's at the root of this, right? What's the source? I'm going to look this up real quick. Number 38. Number 38. And maybe it just means root, because I don't even have a definition for it in here. But here we go. Bottom of the sky. Bottom of the sky points to the memories and experiences that fed your first roots, your early home life, your family's traditions, and your biological and emotional heritage. All about family, right? The root system. So something within your family's history, your family lineage, something is going to be balancing out. It says, look to the roots. Think about what makes you feel at home and secure. What creates sanctuary for you. Remember, sanctuary is right here. That's your sanctuary. So what is clashing right now that is impeding your ability to either center yourself or get within yourself? There's something going on within the home environment, within the community that you reside in, that is interfering or causing some tensions, right? With this space, right? With you being able to either garner that strength, that clarity, or the peace that you need, or the balance, right? But we have clarity coming in, community and clarity here through communication. Okay, through communication. It says lean into habits that help you feel secure and grounded. If you enjoyed your childhood, family traditions can help you feel safe and strong in a storm. If you grew up in chaos, you may crave the opposite and so create your own quiet sanctuary. I'm going to read that sentence again. If you grew up in chaos, you may crave the opposite and so create your own quiet sanctuary. So even if you're right now in the midst of chaos, you can still get to this place, right, where there's some sense of quiet and peace and clarity and calm within your own being, okay? Within your own vessel. If you grew up around arguments, arguing with people at home may seem normal to you, but that may not be the case for your housemates. So you may need to learn to present your points in a more transformative, less combative way. So again, the Leo is like, how are you communicating whatever messages, right? Because however is being communicated, it's causing some tensions, okay? Notice we have the past node over here, south node. And then that's to the far left. And then to the far right, we have north node. So definitely you're looking back to see how things used to work and how you grew up possibly and how you handled not necessarily dysfunction. Maybe you grew up with dysfunction or in dysfunction, in chaos. However, if that's not what you're trying to duplicate, then there's a need or a call to action to respond in a way that's going to produce more calm in your environment. All right, does that make sense, guys? I think we got the center here. Yeah, what's important to you? What's going to make you feel safe? What's going to make you feel at home, right? What's going to make you feel like you have that protection around you? It might not be your traditional family dynamic. It might be something that you have to create yourself, okay? That could be what the next step is, where you align yourself with those people, places, and things that give you a sense of community, a sense of fellowship, even a sense of hominess or safety, okay? Maybe you need to establish your own roots, right? Okay, North Node is what we're looking at this time. All right, we have, I think, 2. Okay, so it's a time to explore right now, right? It's a time to explore what is going to make you feel, 1, good about yourself, and 2, good about your family. What's going to make you feel good? What's going to make you feel at home, right? This is the first house, your arrival, how you are showing up again. I said that earlier. How are you showing up in a situation, like, so that you're not having to put on a mask, you're not having to be something other than who you are when you're around certain people. Let's say you're around your mom or your dad or just relatives, and you may display something different in front of them than who you truly are at your core, right? Your values may have changed. They may be different from what your norm used to be, and now you are creating or shifting into a new norm, right, for yourself on your journey, right? You're exploring or learning new things, finding new ways and new interests, things that attract you. That's the North Node. That's where you're headed. And so you definitely want to align with people, places, and things that are going to contribute to this transforming energy that you're in, right? As far as your growth and expansion, as far as cultivating your values, whatever those values are for you today. They may contrast greatly from what you grew up with, and that's okay if that's the case. And there could be an internal conflict with that if something that you were taught as a child is different from how you are today. That's okay if you are if you're faced with that internal conflict, but try your best to make peace, like resolve that within yourself so that you can be whole. You don't have to pretend to be one way with some people, right, from your past, and then another way with other people that you're meeting today. So bring it all together. Let it make make it make sense. Yeah. Ninth house, make it make sense. Okay, guys. Again, entrance. I do want to look at entrance. I have my booklet out. I'm going to look at this number 8. Bottom of the deck energy is collaborate, right? Yeah, who do you want to work with now? So you've tried this before, you've tried that, maybe it didn't work out, and you're wanting to maybe explore other possibilities. Who do you want to work with? Let's look at this. I pulled up 9th house, but I want to look at this entrance. 35. Cardinal points. Okay. How do you see the world? Take a look at the assumptions and presumptions through which you filter your experience of reality. We talked about your roots, right? And how you're presenting today, right? So how is your past affecting how you filter your experiences? For instance, let's say you have an experience with someone today and it's not necessarily supposed to be negative, but because of the past experiences, you're perceiving this, or you're responding to this newness, this new interaction, as though it's something harmful. That's only because you're filtering it through a lens from the past, if that makes sense. Let's see, do what you can to dismantle those obstructions so you can see the whole view. Okay, so that's what this is saying. So the whole view, you're trying to explore, someone may be exploring a new way of being, a new way of existing, right? And there may be some limitations that you're met with. I'm thinking about Saturn, right, which is a more structured way of doing things, more traditional. So maybe you're being challenged because there's a traditional way that your family does things, and now you're doing things in a different way, right? It's totally on the opposite spectrum, most likely because we have the south node to the left and then the north node to the right. So it's completely the opposite. It's so foreign, possibly so different, and this could be where some confrontation is coming or will arise, because now you're starting to show your true colors, your true face, right? With the moon cycle being in its fullest, like things that were hidden is gonna be seen, it's gonna be shown, or it's gonna surface. And so you can't hide your emotions too long, or for much longer. The truth is going to be seen. There's gonna be clarity, right? Like, and hopefully you're able to communicate this before that happens. But someone may just surprise you. They may stop by, they may show up, right? Especially with the season of visiting and holidays and all of that hoopla. Like, there might be new people coming into your immediate circle from your past, and when they see you or they meet you, they may be a bit surprised because what's presented is not what they're used to seeing, and there's no need to apologize for that. Okay, there's no need for you to try to shape shift into the old way of being just to make someone feel comfortable. That's where the opposition is going to come. It's almost like an internal conflict where you want to present the truth of who you are, but maybe you're being held to a certain standard because people expect you to respond a certain way or be a certain way as far as your belief systems that you grew up in from the past, and that's nowhere where you're at today. Okay, so maybe you are in the process of breaking down those familial constructs and those belief systems, right? Those patterns and ways of doing things that you were birthed into, because you are expanding, you're exploring just the vastness of your existence, and there's so many new things that you're trying to get into that is a bit different. So that might be where the conflict is presenting in the next few weeks. Okay, next couple of weeks more so. And again, there's a bit of a stuffiness here. I hope you could hear me okay. I'm trying to project my voice, even with this sinus energy here that's a bit clogged. So thank you for your patience. It says, really, I'm still looking at this ascendant, right? The entrance. Really look at how your privilege, trauma, or certain attributes of your history can distort the reality of the moment. So we got the root here and we got entrance here. These both are talking about looking at your past, right? We got a card that said review. Where is it at? Right? Is this? Yeah. Retrograde, review, right? Review. How you've been showing up, review how you're presenting information, right? Excuse me. 35. I don't know why I keep looking at 35. That could be significant to an age. 35. That's 8. 8 we know is an energy of manifestation or expansion, okay, growth. Open that aperture, right? And as I said, open that aperture. Here's like the telescope, right? You know, with the telescope, there's usually something that covers it, right? And in order for you to see through that lens, you have to open it. You have to remove whatever is blocking. So there might be something that's blocking your view, blocking how you see things. You need to remove that, okay? Open that aperture, okay? And then carefully look at the signals you sent off. So while you're doing that, make sure you're looking at the signals that you're sending off in the situation and make sure they're matching. Make sure they're in alignment, right? That what you say is what you do, and what you do is what you say, and what you say and do is in alignment with what you truly feel and what you believe, okay? It all has to align, guys, okay? Everything has to line up. At this junction moving forward, everything has to line up, right? If it doesn't align, that's where you're going to be met with some type of tension, right, in communication. But when you align yourself, it's going to be seamless. It's going to work together very nicely, okay? You're not going to be met with all those challenges and all those maybe opposition, because you have found peace within yourself. So it doesn't matter if something looks different from you, or if someone sounds different from you, or they present things in a different view or light. It's okay. There's uniqueness in everyone, and so it's okay to see and to learn from others. That doesn't mean it has to shape you or shift you in any way, shape, or form. It's just a sense of appreciation, because now you can look at someone's insight and look at how they do things and just show appreciation. It doesn't mean you have to do things the way that they do it, all right? And if you've been doing that, if you've been found to be one who's like a people pleaser or a conformist, Ooh, that's a strong word. Excuse me. I didn't mean to trigger you. But if you have been conforming to a standard outside of your truth or other than what is at your core, you definitely will be faced with some challenges. And that's for you to recognize and for you to take the necessary actions to act and to shift that energy, okay? So that you realign yourself with your core beliefs, with your truth, okay, with that which is sustaining you, right? That which you know to be your core passions or what have you. So Venus, right, number 21, Venus is over here. Beautiful card, isn't it? I'm looking at the bees. When I was sitting outside today, just grounded myself, this bee came right up to me, right when I had a thought, right? It was almost like spirit giving me a confirmation instantly. The bee came right up to me, like by either my hand, my leg, and then it just kind of went about its merry way. So I was like, okay, thank you, Father. I've been getting those confirmations of late, right? Where the animals, they're the bugs, the insects, or what have you, they're coming very close, right? So give me that confirmation. Okay, so beloved, it symbolizes the heart, romance, your creative process. So I don't know if this is about love. This is about your creativity. I do see partnership to the far left under number 25, which does speak about change. So so Venus is about what you value, okay? So that's in alignment with this root, right? What you value, your belief system, and how you value yourself even, right? It says Venus rules Taurus and Libra and can be only seen in the same sign. Okay, hold on. It can only be in the same sign as the sun or in the two signs on either side. Venus is one of those two planets who appear to rotate backwards, an apt symbol for your heart's unique path. So it does symbolize your heart. It rotates so slowly that one side is always boiling, the other side cooler. Love blows hot and cold. All right, so this could be speaking about the passions, right? You know, like when you are passionate for something, you are all in. When you dislike or you don't have that passion, it's like you're all out. So maybe there has to be a medium that is met, especially if you're working with someone who deals differently, who doesn't have the same aptitude or who doesn't express the same way or communicate the same way. There has to be a medium that is brought so that things can work together seamlessly. Okay. Action says soften, charm, or open the heart. This is all about opening the heart, finding ways to open your heart or being more expressive with your heart, right? With your emotions, with your feelings. Okay. Investigate how you can make the situation more beautiful, more fair, right? More balanced, Libran energy, and more loving. Okay, remember we saw the Leo under here, and Leo comes out roaring, right? It's like, "Arr!" Excuse me, that sounds like a pirate. But you get what I'm saying, right? Like more forceful energy. So find out ways in which you can beautify the situation. How can you make the situation more peaceable, more calming? How, and that definitely could speak about yourself, your inner self, right? Your core. How can you make yourself more peaceful, more calming? How can you give to yourself? How can you find the ways to nurture those emotions of love and warmth and caring attributes within self first? If you're able to cultivate that within, you definitely will be able to transfer that to a situation, okay, or with a connection, right, with someone you're communicating with. But the point is fairness, right? Fairness and balance. Don't be so ugly, I guess. Like lead with your good side. If you wake up on your bad side, go back to sleep and wake back up on the good side. Okay, some people say I woke up on my bad side. Well, hey, go back to sleep and wake up again. Okay, make sure you on the good side the next turn around. Okay. Use diplomacy and seduction and let others come to you. Engage creativity, generosity, and affection. So being more affectionate, learning how you can be affectionate in a situation, allowing your affections even to be displayed. Maybe you're not used to that. Maybe what you were grown in, your upbringing was that you didn't see a lot of affection in your partners, like as far as your parents rather, right? Maybe they lacked that emotional openness, and so you didn't see that. And so of course you may display a lack of empathy, or you don't show a lot of genuine emotions in public or with someone you're intimate with, because that's not what you were brought up with, right? So, and that's okay. No judgment here. It's just a matter of maybe it's the time, if you're moving out of this old energy and you're trying to come into your newness, then that's something you could look at and actually transform, where you allow your heart to be more open and allow yourself to feel what you feel and honor those feelings. And on top of that, taking it a next step further, actually communicate those feelings openly, freely, without shame, guilt, or fear to someone that you're in connection with, okay? Someone that you feel safe with, okay? That's the encouragement at this time, all right? If you've been masking your feelings, like now is the time to take off whatever was obstructing that, your ability to actually reveal your true feelings in a situation. Like, so speak up. How do you really feel about the situation? And when you speak up, it doesn't mean that you have to speak up in an aggressive manner. You can be more assertive, okay, and you can say what you got to say, but you don't have to cut anybody down. You don't have to make someone feel like crap. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be negative with you being able to speak your truth. You can speak your truth in love. You can add beauty to the situation, okay? It doesn't have to be all hell and breakdown and just dysfunction. That's not like it doesn't have to go to that extreme. Remember I talked about the cold or the hot, like love runs cold or hot. It doesn't have to be that way. There can be a balanced energy that comes in a medium, right, where you can both meet at, or you can meet the situation at, where you can still infuse love, still communicate your desires, still be assertive, and still be loving and tender, right? So that's the energy of Venus, especially if you're trying to work with other people, right? This is necessary. If you're trying to collaborate, this is Aquarius energy, right? Number 2, right? This is, again, a balance. So This is Libra and Aquarius. Those are both air elements. Can speak about just how you're communicating to other people. That has to be like tempered or more balanced if you want people to be receptive. And then to the end result of getting the gold. Remember I said the outcome. This is how you're going to achieve that outcome that you want. Like if you wanting someone to hear you, maybe not shout. I don't know, maybe change your tone, maybe change your approach, maybe not be so aggressive, maybe, you know, infuse a little bit of heart into that situation, right? Break up all that passion a little bit with some tenderness, with some gentleness, maybe. I don't know, y'all know the story, right? You know what you're dealing with. You know what you're dealing with. And at this point, I'm just going to pull from the bottom because this is telling a story already. Because here's nurture, right? If you want to nurture this, right, that's the approach that is being encouraged at this time. Okay, if you want to nurture something, you're going to have to learn how to infuse beauty, love, gentleness, and kindness into the situation. Okay, and even before you approach it, like you yourself have to be calm. You got to be balanced. You got to be a place of peace within yourself. You got to have some clarity, right? Don't be going into a situation and you all hot and bothered. Like, just gently calm your nerves and then go into the situation and express whatever it is you got to express. Okay, nurture talks about like nurture. Like, it's self-explanatory. I don't think, like growing something. Okay, with flowers you have to be tender, you got to be delicate with the flowers. The petals are very soft, right? Sometimes they're, even the stem is very weak, right? It's very fragile. So some situations, if you go into rough, like you see this scythe or whatever, like a sickle, you can damage a person, you can damage a relationship if you don't handle it correctly. And so instead of playing damage control, let's go ahead and cultivate an atmosphere of love, tenderness, right, gentleness, right, and nurture, so that we can achieve the required, or rather the desired outcome, the desired goal. I don't know if your perception is off. I keep seeing the moon, right? The moon energy speaks about your perception. So how you perceive things, you may have to look at that as well. Anything else for the collective? Thank you so much. There we go, Scorpio. All right, so Scorpio, there's the 8. I was seeing 35, and I'm like, this number 8 is sticking out for some reason, right? So if you bury those emotions and those feelings and whatever it is you keep to yourself, there's gonna come a point where things just explode, and you don't want that to happen, right? This is Mars, right? I'll just show you real quick. Right, where someone wants to just act, right? Changing how you act, change how you respond to situations. Okay, if you want a desired outcome, right, if you want peace and balance, this right here, it has to change so that the communication will be receptive, so that you can work together in harmony with your partnerships. Okay, where there's this a community that's protected, a community that is nurtured. Okay, and then the resources, that speaks about what you value, right? That goes to the Venus energy, what you value. Okay, if you value community, if you value relationships, then how you communicate, then that should show that should indicate that, right? That's what we're clarifying right now. That's what we're talking about right now. So Scorpio, yeah, you may not want to share. You may feel comfortable, right, keeping things within, right? This is your sanctuary. This is your temple. You may be comfortable with keeping things within, but people are not going to know what you need if you keep things within. And then when a situation arises, it becomes explosive because you haven't shared what you need, and maybe you don't feel comfortable sharing what is it that you need from other people, because perhaps in the past that your needs were not met to a certain extent. This is the South Node energy I'm picking up on, right? With the partnership and things changing, perhaps that's what needs to change, where you feel comfortable expressing a need and then that need being met. But you have to give someone an opportunity to first listen and then to be able to meet that need, okay? Oh my gosh, Gemini. There's the bees, right? There's the cross-pollination. There's the sharing of information. That's the sharing either of the resources, sharing your ideas, like talking about something, letting someone know where you stand, like like giving, okay? This is sharing, communicating with each other, right? This is gonna build or strengthen your core and the other person's core, because they're going to feel safe with communicating with you, right? If this is a situation that you've been nurturing, if this is your community, like your home, right, people will feel safe in sharing ideas and sharing their feelings with you, okay? But there's going to be some communication that's going to be coming up. Whew, heads up. Some communication that's going to be coming up that might require you, or may require you, to just respond in a different way, right? Just respond in a way that is not from the past, like however from the past you used to, whatever. Just maybe take a deep breath, take a step back, say, let me think about it, and then come back around with some nurture, with some tenderness, with some beautifying energy, right, to help put in some balm, right, the balm of Gilead on that situation, right, for whoever needs it. For whoever needs it. I think that's the message, guys. Fifth house. This is speaking about passion. I don't know why I'm seeing passion. Why am I seeing passion? That was on the other video. So yeah, check out my TikTok page, Joyful Light Oracle, Lisa Linus 06. I'm gonna post that video because it does connect with this one for sure. Why am I seeing? There's the perception. This wanted to come out again. Okay, so perception. Okay, so basically it's not that if you give this thing that somebody's gonna be like have something over your head, right? Maybe that's the perception. Like if you show your vulnerability, if you show your heart, someone may take advantage, right? Or hold something over your head. That's not the case. Some people, yeah, when they're not healed, they will do that, right? Where they will want you to give more. Like I'm just looking at, hold on, someone pouring into this bowl, right? Like pouring out. This is to balance, though. This is to work with. It's not that you're just pouring and not getting back. This should be reciprocal, okay? This is a working together energy, right? Like the alliance energy that I mentioned earlier. That should be the overall goal. It should be. But again, that sounds like an advice. So it's what is the outcome that you are wanting? What is the desired outcome? Perception. Let's get another one. 707 might be a sync for you, as well as 610. And is it 609? 609. Perception. What do you mean perception? We got 3, guys. We'll look at them. Oh, whoops. All right, so someone, you definitely have to change your thinking. This is in the reverse. So upright, right, which I always read these upright anyway. So thinking is like from logic, right? Reasoning, right? Using logic, using reason. This is like more so irrational, like responding in an irrational manner. I'm getting where there's no reason. So make sure your actions are logical, right? Think it through. You have the answers that you need, right? There's the clarity. Or there's, okay, so you'll get the clarity when you think about a situation before responding, number 1. Number 2, yeah, some things are going to come to the surface that might like that fire that might cause a bit of an opposition, or just I hate to say conflict. It's just maybe tension, right? Let's say tension. All right, something may be activated, something spoken that's gonna may cause, like coming up to cause some tension. Okay, authority is here. Authority speaks about like how you lead that situation, how you take charge in the situation, how you scale those mountains, those difficult conversations, how you like how you climb above the situation, how you like basically elevating your thought, your like let your thoughts become higher than the situation, like go above, right? Try to take a bird's eye view, try to pull back from the situation and just kind of look into it as best as you can to get an overall view of what is really happening, like what's transpiring in the situation right now, in order to know how to best respond or how to best address whatever it is you need to address. Okay, guys. I think that's the gist. Okay, I think that's the gist. I'm looking at this card on the bottom of the deck that says invitation. Remember I said like you may be getting having people, more traffic coming around, you know, being around people from the past. And so something may jump off because of that, that traffic that's going to be happening within the next month or so, or it has already started, right? Within the past week. Oh, my eyes are itching. Excuse me, guys. My eyes are itching. Both. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Whew. I'm looking at a card real quick. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. I'll take it out. So, Descendant, invitation. Look at how you invite others to dance with you. When you invite people into your world, they have an expectation, right? And you have expectations. So look at how you invite others to dance with you or to relate with you, okay? It says be welcoming while also keeping healthy boundaries in place. Once you feel comfortable about your ground rules for the people you bring into your life, it is easier to open your heart. That's like right on fire. That's right on point, because we were talking about Venus, right? We're talking about what you value. And also we were talking about just basically like infuse some love into the situation, beautify the situation. And we're talking about the roots, right? How you grew up, your belief system that may have changed, and possibly wearing a mask in front of new people and old people. It's like, okay, wait, let's stop all of that pretense. Let's bring it all together. Who are you, right? What are you about? And that's what you show up as, okay? Who are you? What are you about? And that is what you reflect. That's how you connect with people, right? In an authentic way at that, right? Where you do allow your heart to be seen, right? You do allow a sense of vulnerability. But again, it's with those people, places, and things that I mentioned that makes you feel safe, that are welcoming to your energy and makes you feel safe, right? That's what this is saying as well. How you are allowing people to come in. Once you set those boundaries, that's how you can relate with people, okay? And so maybe you do have to set some boundaries, okay? Maybe people are not getting it. Maybe you've already had the conversation. Maybe you've already shown them your true colors, and maybe people are still pushing their agenda. So, okay, then it's for you, if you're going to still be around those people or around that traffic, decide, one, if that's really the best for you. And if you say, yes, I want to maintain those relationships, they're strong family ties that you want to preserve, then remind them, graciously remind them of the ground rules, right? Let them know plainly what you expect of them when you come around and what you will not tolerate when you go in their midst, okay? So maybe another conversation needs to happen. You know, it doesn't have to be explosive, but you can gently remind someone how you feel and what you need them to do to help you to feel more comfortable in their presence, okay? Or in that space. All right, guys? Okay, I think so. This has a lot to do with family, heritage. I think that is it. Yeah, that was a mouthful. I think that is it. I just saw the Jupiter, which is abundance. Okay, this is gonna cause things to like twofold. You may have to have a lot of conversations initially to help set the ground rules, okay? And it may become a bit exhaustive because, you know, you're repeating yourself. However, be patient as best as you can as you're going through these changes, because other people are having to adjust to these changes as well. If you could remember that and infuse some compassion into the situation, okay, as you are transforming from these structures that sometimes may seem like, oh my gosh, you know, like When are they going to get it, right? That the foundation that you may have been grown up in, right, that you've been raised in, that family structure. There is the Jupiter that I just said I saw. Yeah, this is a sense of abundance. I'm just you may be around, okay, you may get a lot of invites, a lot of invitations, a lot of things opening up, okay? And it's for you to feel those out, right? See which one you're going to respond to, which one you're going to go to, which one you feel is best aligned with you. Okay, that's the message. So this is like a lot of gathering, or a lot of energies that you may be working with, or coming towards you in close proximity, that you will have to like decipher and navigate through, okay? Yeah, I see. This wants to come out. This is cultivating. Okay, so you're going to be abundant regardless, whatever you're doing, whatever the change that's happening. So if you're, all right, hold on. If you forgot, I'll bring it out. Right? Change. Something is changing, right? A past way of presenting or representing yourself, a past way of how you valued things, maybe valued relationships or partnerships, right? Yeah, that's changing. Thank you. That's what's changing, right? How you partnered with people, right? The things that you once valued, that's changing, okay? The things that you invested your time and energy into, that's changing, okay? Your community, that's changing, okay? Your way of communicating with others, that's changing. These are big changes that's happening. And how I know that's changing is because after clarifying Uranus, we got the motion, that's Mars taking action, okay? And not only that, hold on. This is just a quick review, a quick synopsis, right? There. So the actions that you're taking now, they're going to bring about a sense of cohesion, right? Where things will work together. Look at the ribbons, right? Look at the deer. This is like a deer, a fawn, which is a gentler energy when you compare it to this ram, right? Like, look at the difference. And the birds, right? The birds are more delicate, the feathers, the bones are more fragile. So it's a softer energy. It's a lighter energy that's coming in, okay? Maybe in the past, you had to assert yourself in a very dominant way. You had to be like very strict and like forceful with the energy that you took, right? And maybe that was like, okay, getting really old, right? Really old, because maybe you've communicated whatever you had to communicate to people in the past, right? There's the South Node. This is the past, right? That's what you're shifting from, okay? So I'll put this back. Uranus, that's the change. Changing how you align yourself with your partners, okay? Partners could be anyone. Could be work, could be family, could be friends, could be lovers, okay? So your partners, how you connect, how you align, how you communicate. There's the bees. How you communicate is changing. This structure is changing, okay? That structure from the past, the value systems from the past, it's all changing, okay? The communication, it's all changing, okay? The community, that's changing, all right? All right. Where there's going to be more balance, okay? This will definitely happen based on how you're responding, where you take time to think about a situation before you open your mouth, before you open your throat. Where you're going to speak with more clarity, because one, you're going to know yourself more, right? Once you know yourself better, you can actually present information more clearer, right? Because you are in alignment with your truth, okay? So there's clarity. I'll put that right there. There's clarity. There's balance, okay? So maybe you're gonna be around some people and it's gonna activate this shift. It's like if you hadn't taken that step yet to change some situation, now it's like the authority, like the challenges are gonna come. That's gonna force you. It's gonna force you to respond. It's gonna force you to change. It's gonna force you to do something. And so, what is the outcome that you're wanting? Remember, what is the goal you want to achieve, right? What's the goal that you want to achieve, right? Capricorn here. So we have Taurus, Capricorn. These are both earth elements. So this is telling me that this is something that you want to be lasting. You want it to be able to sustain, right? Like sustainable energy, okay? With how you are taking charge of a situation, right? How you showing up, right? How you showing up, right? How you relate with others, okay? Okay, that makes sense? Look what's at the top of the deck. This is how you will be able to bypass that confrontation. So all of this to say, yeah, it's there behind the surface. We saw the Scorpio here, right? And on that pre-video, there was the Cancer that immersed, like the emotions are pretty deep. But this is how you can navigate that, okay? All right, the mystery card is coming out. That's the 8th house. Mystery can speak about your faith, right? Again, your beliefs, just what you do behind closed doors. But I think that's the message. I don't think I need to pull any tarot. Oh, somebody's going through a rebirth. Isn't that awesome? Rebirth. This is that renewing energy, right? I'm going to put it here. Rebirth. Yeah. Do I want to read some of that? Pluto can speak about the past, right? So it could be something resurfacing from the past, giving you another opportunity to get it right, okay? If you avoided something from the past, it could be another opportunity to get it right. So Pluto calls for 3 actions. First, to dig deep. Second, to be willing to transform. And third, to use power wisely. I'm going to say that. Pluto calls for 3 actions. First, to dig deep. Second, to be willing to transform. There has to be a willingness, guys, right? You can pray for change all you want, but there has to be a willingness, the desire to change, right? And then the next step is to what? Use power wisely. The use, that's like the verb, the action. You're going to do things wisely. You're going to use your authority wisely, right? This is the sense of power, leadership, right? You're going to take charge in the situation with wisdom. Remember, this is think, right? With wisdom, being rational, right? Using logic in a situation, okay? Oh, I like that. You may have to examine the power dynamics of the situation, like neither give yourself away nor misuse your power over others, okay? So again, the balance, the Libran energy is like, okay, now be fair in the situation, right? Infuse some love or compassion in the situation, okay? Ugh. Yeah, so basically, get back to what really matters. Remember, what is the desired outcome? What are you hoping for, right? What are you hoping for? A peaceful resolution, right? Where everyone feels a sense of, okay, renewness. Like renewness. Wait, what? Renewal or newness. I say renewness. Okay, new word for you guys, renewness. So a sense of renewal, a sense of newness, right? The sun is here, so going from the darker aspects to where there is more light, more positive energy that is being fused in a situation, right? This is success, right? This is, yeah, new life, rebirth, the regenerative energy, right? The sun, right? Oh, the rain is coming down right now. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. It's raining right now, guys. It's raining right now. Okay, that's the message, guys. Yeah, so things can work together. There's the alliance, okay? Yeah. That's the message. Let me know if it resonated in the comments. I appreciate your feedback. Don't forget to subscribe if you're led to do so, if you found this beneficial. I thank you for stopping by. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you did meet any opposition, or if this season brought about any challenges that you had to face head on, and how did you navigate that situation, you know? How did you fare? Right? How did you fare? Were you able to incorporate any of these suggestions from spirit? Let me know. Okay. All right, guys, get some rest, and I hope you have a beautiful week, and until next time, I'll talk with you soon. Bye.